Hello TVR Universe, today we're going to look at how to find the best editing software for you. Okay, so the first thing I want you to think about then is what you're going to edit on. You're going to be using your phone, you're going to be using a PC, a Mac, and also have a little think about what sort of things you might need when editing. So are you going to just use simple transitions and blah blah blah? And if you're probably thinking, Dave, I don't know, I might want everything, then this is why this video will help you. Okay, so you've decided where you're editing. Now it's the picking part. So what I would highly recommend is test 2 or 3 really good apps or editing software depending on what platform you're using, and test. You're probably thinking, what? Well, I use the same editing software for about 10, well, probably closer to 15 years, and I must admit, what I use now, I absolutely love. So just bear that in mind, and what works well for me might be different for you. Now you're thinking, okay, Dave, give us a few recommendations, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, if you're using your phone, it's quite daunting. There's literally thousands to pick from. I saw one actually this morning called YouCut. Had a little look around. It looks very user friendly. Might be worth having a little gander at. It gets 4.8 stars on Google Play, so that's a good shout. But again, I would download 2 or 3 free trials and just have a play around with what you prefer. If you want something simple and you're a bit like me and you prefer, you know, editing on your computer, I would recommend something simple to begin with, something like Shotcut, which will have all the simple transitions that you'll need to begin with. Bear in mind, you can always upgrade later on. I just find it's just a very good simple editing platform to then, you know, and then you can, as you grow and evolve and get better editing, then you can branch out to other things. I would also recommend things like Divinity Resolve, which is a great bit of software. I believe there's a free and a bought version. Just bear in mind that when you buy something, you will get more features, and it tends to be better software than the free one. Just sort of bear that in mind. But if you want a free one to begin with, literally all the softwares have free trials. I would highly recommend looking at Adobe Premiere Pro. That's like what the professionals use. If you're on Mac, iMovie, check it out. Just briefly ringing it in on the Adobe one, it's a great bit of software. All the pros use it, especially if you're a PC user. The Pro one is a monthly prescription, so this is something you might want to think about later down the road. But if you already want to get straight into it and you want all singing, all dancing, I would highly recommend that. If you just want a one-off bill, I would highly recommend maybe starting off with the Premiere Elements, and that will give you loads of effects and color correction and stuff like that. But a lot of the other ones give versions of that as well, so bear that in mind. And the one I use is Magix Movie Edit Pro, which is a bit of a tongue twist if I'm honest, but I love it. It's a great bit of software for editing YouTube videos. It has all the transitions and video effects I need, plus color correction and stuff like that. And it has lots of little cool effects I can add onto the video and stuff like that. So, you know, making my videos more fun. And I just like it because it's as simple. And one little thing I do like actually, which I found on this where most of the other ones don't always do, is it very rarely crashes, touch wood. I think it's only crashed about once or twice in the, I don't know, 2 or 3 years I've been using it now. So just bear that in mind. And don't worry too much, because even if you've got the most powerful computer in the world, editing software does crash. So bear that in mind. It's just part of the gig. Question of the day then, what are you going to use your editing software or app for? And if you want to learn more about video editing, this is a 3-part series, so check out its playlist and the end cards at the end to get the most value. And as always guys, have a great day, because you guys rock!